chance in the early phase because they're having Harit, they have Harley as well. After the level 4, this hero can do a lot of rotation and giving damage to Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah, and the Fredo is going to be in the mid lane, waiting for the bash. Rinasmi in the other side, with going to Uranus. Okay, confront with the Uranus in the bottom lane. Fredo with the Hilda as usual, trying to distract in the boss.
Yes, this is what we want actually. We already expect that Genflix Aerowolf, they will play aggressively.
Yep.
And Brands already secure his purple buff
yes.
without any distraction that actually Fredo can do much here. And Key, okay, this is actually it's quite interesting. So it's, oh no, it's actually still using the assassin. Yep.
Okay, right now Clay and Fredo trying to get the orange buff. But look at that, the damage that Fredo taken from the Dream.
Yes, it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty painful in the early phase. And meanwhile, we knew that actually now Fredo is being shut down in the buff.
Yes.
I think he played too much there. He's playing by himself, and I mean, like, okay, we knew that Hilda is quite tanky. It's quite pretty strong in the early phase, but if you facing 3 people, I think it's pretty hard for him as well to have a sustain.
Yeah, and from the player gold, now the highest gold is on the Mars as the Harit. But Key, look at that, the low HP. I was afraid that only one hit from the Fredo it's going to get the key back, but no. Key's desire to recall first, recharge the HP,
Yes,
of course.
I think he doesn't want to take any risk as well because Bigetron Alpha, they already shut down Hilda in the first place. Oh, but meanwhile, Mars, oh my god, look at the damage coming from Dreams. It's so painful, the spiral strangling coming from Sylvana.
Yep, the early spiral strength is already enough to get all the member like, oh my god, I need to get back.
Yes.
But right now, Fredo again
that's
is
time.
going to get the
Another kill,
Yeah.
yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hilda shut it down for 2 times right now.
Okay, and Genflix Aerowolf, they can't just do anything like that anymore. Because like we know Fredo playstyle,
Yes.
if sometimes he's just going inside instead of the bush and getting pick up one
Actually, that's
one
the
after
risk
another.
though.
Yeah, there's the risk there, and they can't play like this one after they are being picked off. So they should just chill. They should just maybe laning phase. They should go into the landing phase. Maybe just do his item 1 or 2.
I think so. But they really need to be careful though, since Bigetron Alpha, they are leading with 3 points in the early phase, which is pretty good. We know that in the first game, it's also the same thing for Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah, but look at that, the Zaman versus now open. The Imperial Justice is used to be escaping, but now the barrier is saving Dreams.
Yes, almost, but never enough for Dreams. But Bottle, oh my god, the magic!
Okay, no more hope, I think.
Oh, still have the
Wow, the barrier saved the day, man!
Dreams, but meanwhile, he not really in a good position as well. Talia almost got kidnapped by Genflix Aerowolf.
Oh my god, I was surprised. The barrier saved her.
Yeah, I mean like a very wasting opportunity for Genflix Aerowolf.
Yep.
They committed going into the 4-man dive at the top lane, and yeah, they are leaving Yisun Shin, getting the farm there at the mid lane. Nobody is just chasing for the Yisun Shin.
Well, actually, it's stealing time quite long though. And Key here still managed with the torn apart memory, but meanwhile, Rinasmi with the jab on point, straight away taken down.
Oh, the Imperial Justice going to be escaped. I think it's I don't know, just why the Imperial Justice have to be the escape skill.
Yes, and as you can see here, maybe it's time for Genflix Aerowolf if they want to giving a pressure a little bit to Genflix Aerowolf, since they are losing their momentum in the early phase.
Yep.
So maybe they really need to find a good timing if once like they lose or they taken down one member from Bigetron, they can go for more.
Yeah, I agree with that. And from what I see, there is gonna be a war that the Imperial Justice connect to the clay. One down, Sylvana. Oh my god. Ooh,
Oh
just
my god.
taken down like that.
Yes, Dreams. We know that actually maybe he is the tank for Bigetron Alpha. But the problem is there's no follow-up, there's no backup from
Yeah.
Bigetron Alpha just now. So maybe he really needs to be careful, and maybe he needs to wait for the teammate as well.
Yep, and the Fredo is 1-for-1 with the Matt, but managed to escape. And right now, Matt is going to be ganked for 4 people, 4 personnel of the Genflix Aerowolf, the poker trick. No, the damage is too, I don't know, Uranus to sustain.
Yes.
Yes.
And as we can see also on Wawa, you know that actually Genflix Aerowolf, they are pretty strong in the early phase, right? Since they have Harley, they have Harit as well. After level 4, they can do a lot of rotation.
Yes.
But the problem is they are getting pressured by Bigetron Alpha.
Yes, and also like apparently there is the Pakuito also like, I mean Bigetron Alpha they are not seeing like he is opening with the Imperial just and suddenly there is the follow up coming in from Pakuito as well. But look at this one, a very nice gang once again from Genflix Aerowolf.
Yes, they do a lot of ganging, but Dreams coming with the Imperial Justice and also still strangling towards Fredo. And also one member they coming from that actually for Genflix as well, it actually is done. They really cannot do a lot of maybe counter because we know Dreams can come anytime that he wants though with the Spiral Strangling, with the Imperial Justice. Mars really needs to be careful because we knew actually Mars, this Harit really need to maybe control the Chrono Dash and also the Synchro Vision.
Yeah, and he had to get the item first. The turn up apart memory has been pop up, and right now I think Genflix trying to press the top lane so they can get the secure. But wow, the good escape moment from Sylvan and Pearl Justice.
Yes, again and again actually the momentum they coming from Dreams here. Play, oh my god, you dive too much in the turret actually, but Dreams is trying to survive and waiting for Bronze to rotate it into the top lane. With the Mountain Choker actually being popped up here, trying to giving a damage towards Battle just now.
Yeah, I think the Bigetron Alpha from the pick with 2 marksmen is getting them like, I don't know, confused. Like, where do I have to start? Because low HP and unfortunately the turtle have been secured with Chang'e.
Yes, with Max here with really a good meteor shower, but now we knew that actually Dreams is really trying to make a good opening for Bigetron, but it's not enough because he knew that actually Max, he doesn't have any meteor shower, he just used it just now. And Bronze, I think still need time, a lot of time to get his item.
Yeah, and Brody already have the BOD, just 1 item damage in the early. I think it's enough because, yeah, as we know, Brody already had a huge damage from the basic attack.
Yeah, and he is playing Brody, you know, like a different playstyle. First I think that this Brody is the support one.
I think it's gonna be a Brody tank.
Yeah, but suddenly it's becoming like the damage.
Yeah, it's still using the killing spree.
Yes.
Emblem as well for Brody, right? But Matt, okay, still one more here got stunned. And Rinasmi not able to survive at the top lane because he knew Key is pretty painful with the turn apart memory. And Matt also is quite tanky.
Yeah, look at that, the Fredo HP is like, oh my god, where do I have to go? But managed to escape with the flicker. What
Almost.
a good moment.
Yes, well, really a good movement as well coming from Fredo. He knew that he cannot be taken down because he still need to gather his stack. He only still have like 5 stacks just now.
Yeah, the Uranus had to gather his stack to manage him still, I mean, sustain, right? The Mountain Chokers pop up to open the map, I guess. The Yi Sun-shin still on the mid lane trying to protect the turret.
Yes, and if we see, actually Bigetron Alpha, they are leading in the objective turret here. Genflix Aerowolf, they only secure 1 turret at the moment. But Bigetron Alpha, same like in the first game. They are leading in the early game, right?
Yeah, they are still leading, but I'm seeing like Genflix Aerowolf, they are leading. But because of Alpha, they could take the fight as well.
Yes, as we can see that Genflix Aerowolf, they are pretty good by finding a good momentum for them to turn the table down. But I think Mars, oh my god, Key still managed to get revenge for his teammate at the bottom lane just now.
Yes, I think the Genflix right now is trying to secure the top lane, stealing objective.
This is what I'm saying actually. Genflix Aerowolf, they know what they have to do. They really know that actually with the split push here. And Genflix Aerowolf is one of the team that actually can, or maybe always, to bring this game into the late game. And Wild Dreams, Imperial Justice, still managed to survive from Clay because he still have the Purify. And to Purify for Genflix Aerowolf. Meanwhile, Bigetron Alpha, only Uranus used the Purify.
Yeah, only one more hit in the middle turret of the Genflix getting been secured by the Bigetron Alpha, but there is no minion. I think Mars trying to escape with the Synchro Vision, but I don't know. Okay, still managed to survive.
But Fredo, yes, use the flicker, need to go back, but look at that with the Southern Eagle and also Fredo cannot escape. And even though Clay, he need to run away, you know, he gets being chased by Matt here. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Bronze is pretty free at the backline here. Double point for Bottle as well. But they need to remember, actually, they still have Bronze.
Yeah, the Matt's trying to distract the Renasmi, but no, Renasmi is to sustain Raider. I think this is a moment for Bigetron Alpha to secure the Lord, isn't it?
Yes, and I actually am pretty curious. Is there any Necklace of Duran for Genflix Aerowolf? Because, you know, Uranus is pretty strong with the last steal. So they really need to be careful. Genflix Aerowolf, they are trying so hard to win this game as soon as possible because they also knew that actually they don't have any, well, maybe they don't have any marksman in their lineup though.
Yeah. Then there's the team fight now. The Uranus, the Meteor Shower is giving the damage, but look at that, the Genflix, the personal and the tanker, the frontliner of the Genflix is to sustain.
Yes, and there's no Chango, there's no Meteor Shower that actually can steal the Lord kill. But I still see one more from Genflix Aerowolf. They are so confident enough to giving a lot of damage. We knew these two magical heroes, such as Harley and Harith, is pretty strong. Even though that Genflix Arrow, Bigetron Alpha, they have like maybe Burst Plate or any item that actually have a magical defense, is pretty hard since Genflix Arrow, they are pretty confident enough with the item that they have right now.
Yeah, and the Meteor Shower is pop up just for the clear the way, but look at that, the Frida is going to the takedown, but no, it's just the opposite moment. One player of the Bigetron Alpha have to be picked off.
Yes, but Fredo, you need to be careful. I think he needs to go back because Fredo, it's only him that can sustain in the front lane for Genflix Aerowolf to have a team fight. Meanwhile, Mars still trying to summon first and also have a Synchro Vision Chrono Dash into the bottom lane here. Meanwhile, Genflix Aerowolf, they are playing so objectively, while Omawa.
Yes, they are just playing this one. They already got the Lord, so this is the moment for Genflix Aerowolf to just building their item, to just zoning out Bigetron Alpha. So they are not moving out because if you are seeing, Brody is not done yet his defense item.
Yeah.
So he's still very squishy and could be beaten up.
Yeah, especially I saw that actually that Harith already have a Feather of Heaven.
Yes.
So the magical damage is pretty painful for Harith here, and Dreams again and again. I can see that Bigetron Alpha, they got kidnapped one by one.
Yeah.
That's what actually make Bigetron Alpha pretty hard to have a sustained team fight here.
Yeah, and from what I see now, the Genflix is managed to going the 4 personal to the mid lane. Meanwhile, Leonasmi is waiting in the top lane. I think he's waiting in the bush to open the vision more to his team.
Yes, and as we can see from the gold just now, Genflix Aerowolf player are dominating
Yeah.
the
Pretty
gold
much,
lane.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
And the network is pretty quiet. Not a huge difference here, but I think for the 15 minutes game, it's pretty hard for Bigetron to catch up because Genflix Aerowolf, they just can play inside the bush of jungle of Genflix Aerowolf. I think still one more right now. Renasmi, I think he will got kidnapped, and Key still managed to take down Paquito there. Meanwhile, there's gonna be
Eagle.
yes, Circling Eagle, they're coming from Clay is pretty annoying, and also the movement speed that's actually coming from Matilda. It's gonna help the friends from Genflix Aerowolf to move back. But meanwhile, I think Bigetron Alpha, they're trying to find their momentum right now. They need to go back. Genflix Aerowolf, they cannot force it to have a team fight. 3 versus 5. Meanwhile, Dreams really good with the Imperial Justice, but it's never enough because Battle still managed to survive. And also Mars with the Zaman first and also Chronodes. I thought that he still can survive, but we know that this Brody really have a huge range, right, with the turn apart memory.
Yes, looking bad for Genflix Aerowolf. Why? Because Athena shield has already been done for Brody there. So he could just take the damage there from the magical damage by Genflix Aerowolf, and they pick one by one the hero from Genflix Aerowolf.
Yeah, they're losing their momentum just now, and I think it's gonna be another reset for Genflix Aerowolf. And I don't know, Harley also have the Feather of Heaven, Calamity Reaper, Holy Crystal. So for Harley, I think it's pretty decent for the magical damage, right? He already have a highest magical damage that coming from Feather of Heaven with the basic damage as well, with the 40% of magic power. So I think Harley just need to think about his position.
Yeah, do not forget also Bigetron Alpha, they have the Sun Shin that should be taken care of by Genflix Aerowolf. So they can't just be picked off one by one. I mean, like, they should just regrouping and one of another one. Malefic Roar by Brody. A lot of damage item by Bigetron Alpha. They are just building their item. I mean, like, my main concern is just that Dreams is always being picked off.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Dreams.
So Dreams, he should just be careful away, like the Imperial Justice. Even though he hitting one member of Genflix Aerowolf, he should also see the position of his teammates as well.
And the problem is actually Bigetron, they have Uranus. We know that Uranus can need to collect his stack as well, right? From the damage that's coming towards him. So he really confident enough to stay in the front lane for Bigetron Alpha.
Yes.
Once he stay, he will get a lot of stacks there. So maybe Genflix Aerowolf, they really need to think about the NOD or maybe the Sea Halberd.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like, we don't see Baxia yet, right?
Yeah, we don't
I
see
don't know
Baxia,
why.
yeah. Yeah, and from top lane, Uranus is trying to hold the minion with gaining his stuff.
Yes, with the Ionic Edge as well. Matt here pretty sustained in his lane by himself, yeah. We know that Uranus also have a lot of life still with the Oracle, with the Blood Wings as well. But I think Mars need to be careful because Dreams, there's no Imperial Justice for another second, for a couple seconds here.
Oh, 1 versus 2 in the top lane, but Uranus, the regen HP is highly important for him.
Need to be resetted again, I think. And Lord is already being secured by Bigetron Alpha without any contest. They actually, or maybe Genflix Aerowolf, they don't realize there's a movement, there's an opening, there's an initiation that coming from Bigetron Alpha towards the Lord here.
Is the Genflix Aerowolf is managed to hold the Lord, or this is going to be the end of the match?
I think it's pretty good for Genflix Aerowolf to, if they can find a good momentum or maybe good timing to maybe take down Lord in the first place. But I think Dreams trying to find the right momentum here. Mars is down, and meanwhile Fredo also got stunned here, but there's no immortality for Fredo. 3 down for Genflix Aerowolf, and the Lord is still standing there. And also there's a Mountain Shocker that coming from Yisensin here. But meanwhile, as we can see, they're actually circling Eagle. They're coming from Clay. Cannot manage to help him. And it's also gonna be a wipeout for Genflix Aerowolf in our second game. It's gonna be 1-for-1. Bigetron Alpha, they managed to force Genflix Aerowolf to play in our third game.